actively involved in UFO research, people from high-level government service, the sciences, and the private sector.
Now, on one side of the coin, we have dedicated, resourceful investigators. On the other, government spokespersons and military personnel maintaining an ongoing effort to discredit any UFO research. Let's take a look now at two very credible researchers as they were interviewed by PM Magazine in Salt Lake City.
People are being used for food. The aliens are eating us. They're experimenting with us. Horrible, unspeakable experimentations.
John Lear's is an unbelievable story. He's certain that we have been invaded by an alien culture, that they are experimenting on us, and that the U.S. government knows about it. In fact, it's their most guarded, top secret. It all began on a hot July night in 1947, when, according to Lear and others, an alien craft crashed on a remote ranch near Roswell, New Mexico. Eyewitnesses, the local papers, even the first military men at the site reported a crashed UFO. Then, suddenly the top brass swarmed to the site. Witnesses were sworn to secrecy, and every speck of debris was literally vacuumed from the dusty desert floor. A news story was issued. It, said military officials, was nothing more than a crashed weather balloon. William Moore has written a book on the Roswell incident.
We know that it was not a weather balloon. The people who gave out that story have since come forth and said it was nothing more than a fabrication to get the press off their backs. The evidence suggests it was a spacecraft, and the evidence suggests the government grabbed it and carted it away and is still involved with the examination of it.
Now, just imagine that the people responsible for our government looking at this thing and also realizing that only 9 years earlier, in 1938, thousands of people had been panicked by the H.G. Wells presentation of War of the Worlds. And just imagine what these people thought when they were faced with this, the reality of the thing. It was just absolutely important, of just absolutely world-shaking, earth-shattering importance this thing be kept secret forever and ever.
In fact, government documents unearthed via the Freedom of Information Act suggest that both craft and alien bodies had been retrieved. However, references are vague, and large portions of the text have been censored. What is known is that in 1947, the United States Air Force began a series of code-named projects set up to monitor UFOs.
The truth of the matter is, since 1947, we have collected and have in our possession at least 30 to 35 extraterrestrial flying saucers. We have collected and have in our possession at least 100 to 150 alien bodies representing at least 3 different species that people are being abducted at an unprecedented rate.
Lear goes so far as to claim that the U.S. government has established communication with this alien power and actually collaborated with them. We have even built underground research facilities in top-secret areas to house their little gray scientists.
The ones that I know for sure that exist are the ones in Nevada at Area 51. There is a underground alien base there. It's our nation's most secret operational facility, and that's where they fly the extraterrestrial craft out of.
Now, says Lear, they have run amok. They are out of control, and they are not benevolent. Our government realizes it made a horrible mistake and can do nothing about it. Moore believes that it's not the aliens, but John Lear who's run amok, and he's outraged by his stories. Moore himself has spent years carefully and meticulously researching the UFO phenomena, proving, he believes, that UFOs exist, visit Earth regularly, and our government knows about it, and for unknown reasons is maintaining a massive cover-up. Stories like Lear's, he says, only discredit the truth.
John Lear called me up one time and was absolutely certain that he was about to be captured and eaten by aliens.
All I can say is my sources go right to the very top, and if it were not true, I would not be risking my credibility and my life to come forward with this information.
There is no doubt that Lear understands the inner workings of the U.S. intelligence community. He's the son of late aerospace pioneer Bill Lear, and for years flew covert missions over Laos for the CIA.
He has done nothing but collect the most outrageous rumor mill stories that are floating around on the grapevine.
Bill Moore is one of the most hardworking, credible people in this UFO field. He has probably done more to expose the cover-up than any other single individual.
But, says Lear, Moore may be working with the government and only exposing parts of the truth, parts aimed to mislead the truth seekers.
All of which is totally false.
Alien invaders, government agents, secret informants, hoaxes or scams. A cover-up like no other? Is this science fiction at its finest or reality beyond our wildest imaginations? Has John Lear stepped off the deep end?
It's not important that you believe this now, but to file it away for future reference in a month, a year, maybe 2 years. You'll look back on this when the truth finally gets out and you'll say, my gosh, the son of a gun was right.
Some startling information posed by top-level researchers. The difference being that Bill Moore, the man with the beard you saw, has admitted to participating in a government disinformation campaign to throw researchers like John Lear off the trail. And we found it kind of interesting in our research. If UFOs don't exist, then why is the government